devil may cry.
Alright troops, this is Zodiac, welcome to mission 2. This one's quite straightforward. The fights are almost exclusively scarecrows, which are about as simple as they appear, so I get to have fun throwing out cool combos and doing whatever I please. One hit staggers them, and all their attacks are telegraphed about 100 years in advance, and none of the fights last long enough for them to go into Devil Trigger. It's basically repeating the same thing a few times over, but it's a very fun thing, so I'm not complaining. There's a ludicrous amount of scarecrow fights in this mission, and I don't really have anything interesting to say about them because the same strategy that works in the first room is just as applicable to the other 7 fights, so it gets a little repetitive. Hit up the raw footage linked in the card at the start if you want to see them in full. The only fight that requires some thought or planning before the boss is the assaults. If you run down the stairs and engage them somewhere you can actually see what's going on, they'll use a lot of ranged attacks which can be really hard to avoid, so by baiting them into this narrow path you'll limit their moveset a lot. I'm not going to pretend to even know what's going on here, I'm just relying on the game to guide my attacks. Split in particular is very good in this situation since it breaks their guard rapidly, and if you have some exceed meter it hits in an AoE. Charge Shot and Devil Trigger help pile on the damage, so it shouldn't take too long to finish them off. For whatever reason, this guy quite often decides he doesn't want to show up to the fight with the rest of his pals, and you have to go hunt him down on the roof. Alone, he represents basically no threat, and you can do with him as you please. Yep, you guessed it, more scarecrow fights and general busy work. Having to find every orb and smash a ton of stuff is a real pain, but it's necessary for the SSS, so bear with me a second. This fight's the reason I decided to edit out all the other scarecrow ones. It's the biggest one in the mission and is by far the best watch, making the others kind of redundant. It shows off how to deal with larger crowds of them pretty well, and I get to actually spend some time styling on them and showing off some flash, not just killing them off in 10 seconds where nothing interesting happens. Berial's fun as hell. 2 full charged maximum bets to start with guarantee you stagger him and put his flames out, and from here you can just go to town. An airbuster sets him up for even more punishment and allows you an opportunity to land Showdown, which just absolutely shreds hell out of him while he's knocked down. With Devil Trigger active, your level 3 charge shots are also piling summon swords into him and doing mountains of damage. From here, it's about simply not choking. By staying grounded, I can react to any attack he does and usually land a solid 4 hits or so as a punish. With some careful observation, I can easily attack only when it's 100% safe, but it can still be a little scary. Kind of a weird thing happens at the end here. He's definitely getting hit by attacks when he has 0% health left, so I guess he needs to be in a certain state for you to actually be able to land a killing blow. Nothing that can't be solved with some patience though. Thanks for watching, see you on mission 3.